My name is Will Brydon. I am a coach that works primarily with students and student athletes, and I'm the founder of my company, Peak by Brydon LLC. And I'm originally from Illinois, but I'm now located in Wisconsin. My story, I guess, would begin in Illinois, where I grew up. One thing about me is that even from a young age, I was drawn to helping other people. I was involved in peer mentorship all throughout elementary school, middle school, high school. And along with that experience came the wonderful experience of having some really passionate educators. And that really inspired me to become a teacher and help others in that way as a teacher. So all throughout school, I was lucky enough to have these wonderful educational experiences, but my other major passion was playing volleyball. I've been playing or coaching volleyball for the better part of 2 decades now, and something that means a lot to me. So when I went to find a college experience that was going to be right for me, I tried to find one that would marry my goal of becoming a teacher with my desire to play volleyball at a high level. So I was lucky enough to find a university that did just that, the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, surprisingly enough. And I attended there, and I was lucky enough to graduate and get a job hired as a teacher right out of college, which I'm very grateful for. So I taught high school English for 7 years before deciding to pursue my bigger goal of becoming a life coach. And while I was a teacher, I really was lucky to have a couple of unique experiences. I tried to help pioneer personalized learning in my district as part of a cohort that was a pilot group for that kind of educational paradigm. I also was part of the district's technology team, so I got to see what was cutting edge in the field in that regard. And all of these experiences really fueled my desire to serve my students and serve my fellow teachers, but I still felt like there was something more I could be doing. And that's really what turned my attention towards life coaching in the first place. I come from a background with my family where we're always in the human services industry. My mother is a nurse and my father is a counselor. So I think that desire to use my life to serve others was instilled in me from a young age. So I started to look more heavily into life coaching, and that's when I found Coach Training EDU, and I knew that this could be a pathway for me to expand that ripple effect. So I began to weigh my options of what coaching and teaching could look like, but plans began to change a little bit with the birth of my daughter in November of 2018. As having a child probably has an impact on a lot of people, it certainly had a large impact on me. And I began to realize that I just wasn't built to miss out on the first year of her life by being gone most of the time at school. So I was lucky enough to be able to shift plans and receive a leave of absence from the classroom to take care of her while also pursuing my goal of opening my own life coaching business. And I've been lucky enough to do just that. So I guess that's really my story so far, but I'm excited to see what continues as we move into the future. I was inspired to become a coach because I really wanted to use my life to serve others in a really short and simplistic way. I wanted to make an impact and help make the world a better place. And I thought that life coaching was probably a way for me to have a ripple effect across the community I live in, but also well beyond that community that I live in, and hopefully impact people all around the country, all around the globe, and help them become the people that they want to become while doing what they want to do. So for me, that was my passion and the precedent that I wanted to use to launch this life coaching career that it's become. Right now, my coaching business looks a couple of different ways. Primarily, I work with individual people, so I'm working with students or student athletes, but I also offer a variety of different workshops that organizations can use to either increase capacity of employees or increase the capacity of leadership. So do those workshops. Beyond that, I also offer some college essay assistance for people that are going to be applying to colleges that would like to help write an essay that truly represents them in the best possible light. And finally, I also work within a couple of different athletic programs where I work with coaches and athletes to design mindsets and habits and actions that are going to fuel success on and off the court. So my business does look kind of like a wide variety of things, but in the end, the essence of all of those different hats that I wear are the fact that we're trying to help people do what they want to do while being who they want to be. I would really like to see my coaching practice expand so that that ripple effect can also expand. So right now, I'm approaching the limit of what I can personally do. So I'm hoping to add fellow coaches on sometime in the future to continue to work with as many people as possible. But I also have dreams of working with organizations at all different levels. I'd love to work with a professional sports team for the athletic work that I would do. I'd love to work with universities and different high schools and continue to grow the base of people that I work with so that this really positive effect that I hope that I bring to people's lives can be spread as far as possible. To somebody looking to become a life coach, I think the first thing you need to do is a self-inventory. Just ask yourself a couple of questions like, do I like working with people? Do I like using my life to serve others? Do I like asking questions of people and putting others before myself? I think if you can answer yes to these questions, then life coaching is probably a career for you. And then once you decide that this is a path that you want to take, I think you need to do your research and find a training program that's going to be right for you. I think for me, it came down to finding a program that had the highest quality content with the highest level of instruction. And that's why genuinely I love Coach Training EDU, because it combines those two things and makes sure that I'm going to be trained to the highest level possible so I can be the best possible coach I can be. And that's what really matters to me. I would really like to tell young people that my biggest hope for them is that they'll continue to foster empathy within themselves and within others. I think that empathy is so important now more than ever in helping to make the world an even better place. So anytime you see an opportunity to be empathetic, I hope you'll take it. And beyond that, I hope that young people also realize that the reality that you're currently experiencing, that reality doesn't have to be the reality that you experience for the rest of your life. So many people are going to try to label you, to put a box around you, to tell you you are something. And I want to tell you that you are in control of your narrative and you have the opportunity to shape your life into any shape that you want it to be. So never let anybody take that power away from you, because you are powerful. Coaching to me would be a positive partnership. Beyond that, I also think that coaching is really about a coach partnering with somebody to help that person design more effective mindsets, habits, and actions to become who they want to become and achieve what they want to achieve. So in short, life coaching is really about helping others live the life that they're hoping to live. I think that coaching first and foremost has made me more self-aware, and that's made me really appreciate all the different opportunities I have in this life. And that self-awareness has really helped me become a better person and a better person for others, probably even more important. But beyond that, I think that this training has helped me realize that belief is so integral to success. And if you can believe something, then it's possible to achieve it. And if you do take the time to really invest in yourself, there's no telling what more you're capable of. And I think that that limitless potential is something that is a really key realization that I'll always take with me, especially away from this training. I would say the thing that I learned most about myself from this training was that there's no limit to human potential. And I think that was a key realization for me, because it really opened up a lot of different pathways for me that I hadn't previously been able to see. I think that too often we place limitations upon ourselves or accept societal limitations that are placed upon us. And I think that the training really solidified for me the fact that I'm in control. I have the ability to become who I want to become and do what I want to do. And I think that realization was the biggest takeaway that I had in my experience. Coach Training EDU helped me start my coaching business first and foremost by giving me a great foundation of content to build my business upon. I think that the understanding of what coaching is and is not is paramount to being a successful coach, and the training in its content was second to none in that capacity. But beyond that, Coach Training EDU also helped me establish these wonderful connections within the coaching community, not just with my fellow trainees, but also with my trainers. And it truly is special to see the bond that develops in the course of going through these trainings together and how close you really become to everyone around you. And those connections gave me a resource to tap into when I had questions about how to start my business, or I had questions about what kind of step to take next. And I'm truly thankful to have the people around me in this training that I've had around me, because without them, I definitely wouldn't be where I am. So it would be really hard for me to narrow down just to one educator that's had a massive impact on me. So I guess I would start with my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Grigoni. He just instilled in me this desire to become a teacher with his compassion and energy and positivity that he brought to the classroom. And I think he was maybe one of my first teachers that really showed me that teachers can have this fantastic impact on young people's lives. Then I would also have to thank the entire staff of the Glenbrook Academy for International Studies, which was a program I was a part of in high school that really opened my eyes to just how big the world truly is and how we really should be using our lives to help others and make the world a better place. And then finally, my college methods teacher, Dr. Sue Fondry, I think she just showed me how to teach with empathy and to teach creatively and to continue to push yourself to be the best educator that you can be so that your students get that maximum benefit possible. I think all of these teachers were really inspirational and part of my formative journey.